guys, welcome back to my channel. Today on Cook It Right with Natty episode 2. So guys, for our very first episode I told you guys about 5 mistakes that can ruin your perfect party jollof rice, and episode 2 we are back again to say 5 mistakes that can ruin your perfectly made egusi soup. Let's go. Mistake number 1 we make that ruin our perfect tasty egusi soup is what? Frying your egusi soup on a very high heat. Guys, when you fry your egusi soup on a high heat, this can make the egusi burn, and the moment your egusi burns, trust me, you will never get that flavor you needed from the soup. So there is best advice that you fry your egusi soup on a low heat. That's if you are using your frying method. Okay. Mistake number 2 is adding too much water. Trust me, egusi soup is not supposed to be too light. We're not making pepper soup here, unless of course you're making egusi pepper soup. But if you're making the African dish egusi soup that you can use for your event, it shouldn't be too watery. Egusi soup is not meant to be watery, you know what I mean? Just use the perfect water, your meat stock best for it, and you're good to go. Make sure it's still very it comes together and still look whole. Now mistake number 3 we make while making our egusi soup is that we don't season in layers. Guys, egusi soup needs to be seasoned in layers. What do I mean by that? Okay, let's say you're making your soup and you go in with your seasoning cube, and it's time to include other seasonings. Make sure you don't pick every one of them together and just pour it into the soup. No, season in layers. This also helps you to taste it right, so that you don't get a wrong recipe. When you put in your salt, you should taste to be sure it's up to taste, so that you can then control the quantity of seasoning cube you're going to use. Mind you, every seasoning you use for your meal all contains salt. That's a very good example for seasoning properly and seasoning in layers, because when you put all the seasoning together and it goes in, probably one of them might just be too much for the quantity of soup you're making. Okay. Mistake number 4 we make is that we skip crayfish. Why skip crayfish for your egusi soup? You can't have a perfect egusi soup without crayfish. Guys, don't manage crayfish. No matter the quantity of fish you're going to use for that soup, trust me, it's not going to give you the flavor that your crayfish is going to give you for that soup. So make sure you have enough crayfish, not just for your egusi soup, for every other soup you're going to make. It's not just because I'm an Igbo girl. Trust me, crayfish is needed for every egusi soup recipe for it to come out. So make sure you use enough crayfish. And again, +1, let me give you guys a secret. Use iru. You know iru, right? Locust beans. Try it for your egusi soup and see the change. Just try it and come back, come and give me the testimony. It's going to give your egusi soup a different kind of flavor. It's going to be a banger, trust me. Mistake number 5 is the use of raw vegetables or overcooking your vegetables. Why do you have to use raw vegetables or you overcook your vegetables? No, the vegetables you should use for your egusi soup should just be at the middle. It shouldn't be raw, it shouldn't be overcooked. Okay, so when you put in your vegetable, whatever vegetable you want to use bitter leaf, do you want to use izuza, do you want to use ogo, which is pumpkin, whatever you want to use for this soup, make sure you just put it in, and 2 minutes it's fine. You bring it down and your soup is ready. Do not use raw vegetables. Do not overcook your vegetables. When you put in your vegetable and it's not properly cooked, it's raw, and you bring it down because you are avoiding to overcook it, sure, it gives the food a different kind of flavor. The taste that comes from the vegetable would overshadow the initial taste your egusi has. So you have to put it in, incorporate, leave it for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, depends on the quantity of the meal you're making, and bring it down. Also, don't put it and leave it for 10 minutes. It's going to be dead. That's not what you want, trust me. So do this, and also comment below and tell me the meal you want me to give you, possible reasons why it's not coming out the way you want it to come out, for our very next episode next week. See you same channel. I'm your girl Natty, and this is Cook It Right with Natty. Thank you guys. Until we see again next week, kindly subscribe, like, and share my videos.